I'm going to raise a hair collective because it's just a hair high. Just a little bit. Keep my 70. Much better, much better, much better. Start a gentle flare about treetop. Flare, flare, flare. Oh, look at that. Rolling the throttle, and there's my 1.8.
So day 3 of our auto rotation tips. We're going to get back to that videos, and we're going to talk about 90-degree autos. Most everybody does straight ins and they do 180s, but you need to throw a mix of other things into these auto rotation practice, and this can help you with the next topic, which is 180 videos. But we're going to explain that more in the video coming up. We're going to roll that for you. As soon as we talk about the July 4th sale, the code is July 44. You type that in the coupon box at checkout, click apply, and it gives you the discounted rate, which I will tell you, $97 a month is our normal monthly pay-as-you-go. You can have the subscription as long as you want, cancel anytime. During this sale, that will save you $42.68, and you'll get the monthly at $54.32. Great price. Then we have 12-month memberships available for private, commercial, CFI, and instrument. You can see all of our members up here on the H.O.G.S Wall of Fame that have passed their check rides. That's normally $697. You'll save $306.68 for a total of $390.32 with that 44% discount. Again, July 44 is the coupon code for Celebrate in July. Then we have a private pilot lifetime. We can get the private pilot course, keep it. It's going to be there. It doesn't matter if it takes you 6 months or 4 years to get your private, which we've had people go as length of, longest record I think is 27 years a person took to get a private pilot rating. So for that one, you're going to save $438.68 for a price of $558.32. Another smoking hot deal. And then the big one, Pro Pilot, you get private, instrument, commercial, and CFI. Keep those, never expires, all the FA written test, mobile app, all the goodies, community. That is normally $2,800. You save $1,232 with the July 44 discount. That leaves you at $1,568. All of these memberships, 30-day money back, no hassle guarantee. The burden is on us to provide you the value. So we encourage you to get signed up for H.O.G.S, and we're going to get into this next auto rotation video.
All right, we're going to go around and demonstrate a 90-degree auto rotation for you. And yes, at the private level, you do straight ins, you do 180s. And there's some school of thought that if that's all you've ever done, you think that's all you can do. So it's nice to break it up and not just always do a straight, always do a 180. Do different, enter from different places. After you've got some experience under your belt and you're experienced at autos. And there is one method taught where you can use two 90s to make a 180 turn. So we're going to go around and do the 90 just to expose you to it. I think it's great practice. And then you can actually take and use this technique instead of doing the full 180-degree sweeping turn, which most people are taught and many people do. You can make the 180 auto rotation into 90-degree turns. For some people, it works out real well and they like it. Some people, not that crazy about it, but it's a method. If you're struggling with the 180 turn, the full swooping 180 turn, practicing some 90s and then using two 90-degree turns is nice. And we'll talk about that in another video. So I want to be about 500 AGL, so I'm going to use 1400. I want to be just above 70 on my speed when I enter. I want to have my rate of descent basically at 0. I want to be in trim, turn, or enter, establish, and then make a 90-degree turn to try to make my spot. I'm going to go to the numbers 18 on the runway. So I'll make a radio call here. Warsaw traffic, helicopter 1 Mike Bravo, left downwind for 18, Warsaw. Okay, I'm using the left downwind because I don't hear any airplanes in the pattern right now. And due to where the wind is, it's going to be a little easier for me. I'm going to cheat. If I would do it the other direction, I'd have a little bit of a wind pushing me through the turn. So I want to try to make a decent presentation here for you and show you this. So I'm going to do left traffic. If we had airplanes in a pattern, I do right traffic. But we can do either as long as we're avoiding the flow of fixed wing traffic. All right, so there's about 75. That's good. Above my 500 AGL, 1400. I'm in trim. I'm looking good. So I'm going to wait here just a little bit. Heather can point down at the 1.8 on the runway so you can see kind of where we're going. We're going to count it off in 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm going to go around and set that up again. I was a little bit slow on my speed. I'll be chasing that all the way down if I don't get that set right. So I'm going to do a 360 turn, re-enter, get my speed where I want it. Because a nice setup is key to performing these auto rotations. And yes, people say, oh, but that's not real world. Well, you know what? We have to train to a standard. And the way you train to a standard is by doing it the same way every time. So for your practice auto rotations, when you're preparing for a practical test, you want a nice setup. You want to get it set up nice, enter it nice, it'll be nice. I was a little bit slow. If I'd have entered it, then I'd have tried to speed up and it made my RPM go down, and then I'd be chasing that RPM all the way down. And then probably end up chasing speed and RPM both. We're going to go around and set up the same thing. All right, position myself about the same spot again. Get my speed up there, and I'm going to delay a little bit longer before I enter. And pull a little less up collective when I enter. There, I'm a little hair above 70. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, enter. Collective down, right pedal, half cyclic, roll back throttle. Good, there's 80. Start my turn. RPM's looking nice. I got 75, beautiful. I like this. RPM staying nice, about 75, looking good. 70, beautiful. I'm going to raise a hair collective because it's just a hair high. Just a little bit. Keep my 70. Much better, much better, much better. Start a gentle flare about treetop. Flare, flare, flare. Oh, look at that. Rolling the throttle, and there's my 1.8. Boom, I hit it. Much better. So the point of the story is 90s are a good thing to practice. You can use them for 180s to combine 90 turns, and it's breaking up the monotony of standards and 180s. And also, if you set it up nice, probably going to be nice. Set it up sloppy, it's going to be sloppy. And just because the horn comes on, you don't have to panic as long as you're paying attention and you're going to fix that low RPM situation.
When you feel the pressure to fly, but know the right decision is to stay on the ground, hit the H.O.G.S no-go and live to fly another day. Helicopterground.com